They're just replacing it. It's the turf.
Right now.
Mm-hmm.
Sit right here.
Let's go. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I ain't gonna say never. I rarely ask you guys to pray for me. I'm just gonna ask y'all, if I do ask somebody to pray for me, I'm very specific about my prayer. All I'm asking y'all to do is to pray for my mouth right now. Pray for my tongue. Pray for my mouth right now, so that I can get through this message. Because I know a lot of times, depending on how you articulate your words or depending on how you speak, you lose your audience. I'm not no fool. I know the game. I know the game. Sometimes I play, sometimes I don't. Okay? So today I'm kind of in the middle, because I really want this message to get out, because it's not about me. Okay? It's not about me. It's about the message. So pray for my mouth in what I'm getting ready to execute and what I'm about to say. Yes, you saw the title. You guys saw the title of the message. You saw the name that was there. Yes, you saw that. There's going to be some part. You saw it said part 1. That means it's going to be some parts. Right. There's going to be some parts. I'm going to just talk about what I'm talking about right now, because there's a plethora of things to talk about with the name that's listed on my video. Okay? But I'm going to just start with this and what this is about. Right now, I'm standing at 2200 Bennett. Okay? In Valley View, North Las Vegas, 89030. The neighborhood, my neighborhood, the neighborhood that I grew up in from 1981. Okay? The neighborhood that my family, my mother, my parents live in. Okay? I'm standing right here. I'm standing right here. I'm between Gilday and Travis, right next to Tyrone Thompson Way. Y'all see Lero back there. Y'all see Lero. I showed you all the playground first, because if you all know the name that's listed on my caption, you all know. Y'all know his title, you know his position, and if you don't, feel free to Google him. But that's what he was associated with. Little people in an elementary school that played on things, on something that looks just like what I showed you. That's what he was responsible for. Those were the little people he had to lead, guide, direct, nurture, protect. Even before nurturing them, he had to protect them. So I'm showing you this because about 2 months ago, till about maybe, it's been about two weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks maybe. He walked this neighborhood daily, and then it went from daily to maybe every other day. For the first month that he was in this neighborhood called Valley View Estates, he was at this park every single day. Every day. Not once, but maybe twice a day. Okay? And if you all know the name that's listed on my caption, you all know he went live. And he was very transparent and he was very honest. And he combed this neighborhood. And I learned that he had some very, 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 very close relationships in this neighborhood. I just learned it less than 60 days ago. I also learned that there's family property just west of me in this neighborhood. He didn't grow up in this neighborhood. He wasn't per se raised in this neighborhood. He wasn't registered to an address in this neighborhood. But when he was in this neighborhood, and still is, he took it upon himself to walk this neighborhood. And not just to walk this neighborhood, but to bless individuals in this neighborhood. And I don't care if you made $1 million or you were $1 million in the negative. He loved on everybody in this neighborhood. Y'all right now, you're going to need to start praying for me right now. Remember, I asked you at the beginning of my video to pray for my tongue, to pray for my mouth. He loved. I don't care if you was a crackhead. I don't care if you was a meth head. I don't care if you were an alcoholic. Y'all know I can't stand pedophiles. I don't care if you were a pedophile. He loved on everybody in this neighborhood. Damn. Dang it. Okay. Let me shake it off. He loved on everybody. Anybody he came across, if he saw you, sisters, black women, he called you queens. If he saw you, black men, he called you a king. That's how he addressed you. Whether you was out here shooting up in your arm, with your mouth on a bong, walking with your pants down, dusty, look like maybe a Mack truck had just run you over, talking to the trees, talking to the ground, walking around the trees, talking to yourself, skipping, whistling, whatever. He addressed you as a king or a queen. Nobody asked him to come to this neighborhood and expose what he exposed. Some of it, let me just say this. He wasn't the first one, and he definitely will not be the last person. So he came in here and he did that, and he brought an energy into this neighborhood. Some of it was welcomed and some of it wasn't welcomed. And anybody who's watching my video, y'all know I don't delete nobody. I don't delete haters. I don't delete anybody. I let you delete yourself. And if you also notice, if you check my video, I made it public. I don't make public videos. Trust and believe, it was a reason why I made this video public. Because I want to make it easy for you to share it with the people when you get off of here and you go talk to them. You don't even have to send it to them. You can have them type my name in for a couple of hours and they'll be able to pull this video up by themselves. I want to make it that easy for people when you run and go tell this story. Because like I said, it's part 1. So I'm definitely giving you something to look forward to. So look at that name real closely. Marcus Jermaine Mason. Look at that name real closely, because this is only part 1. So let me get back to what I was saying. He combed this neighborhood from Revere south to Lake Mead, back down Lake Mead east, all the way down Lake Mead to Losey, north on Losey to Cary, north, then back up Cary west and back to Valley View. Those are the corners of Valley View. Cary, Revere, Lake Mead, and Losey. Those are the 4 corners that make up this neighborhood. He has pictures that he uploaded. People thought he was something else. Like, why are you taking a picture of beer cans and trash on the ground? And why are you taking a picture of the playground and it clearly has nigger? Nigger, not nigga, not nigga, not my nig. It had nigger. Because I was here with him when we recorded that video. It had nigger on it. Not only, hold on. Hello? Yeah. Huh? No, just you. I thought, here, I'll call you. Okay, let me call you right back. It said nigger. Nigger. Nigger, nigger. You know that word? Y'all know that word, because I use the word nigger when I'm talking about certain individuals. I ain't got no shame. I use the word nigga, and it applies to anyone that I'm talking to talking about in a certain situation. It's not my regular word that I use. It's one of them words that you leave on the shelf. Yes, and I do use it. Don't pray for me, because that's my word. Okay, stop, Belinda, because it's not about you. Okay? So anyway, the playground that I showed you, it had nigger on it. Not only did it have nigger on it, it had so much other stuff that was on it, because when people drive by a community, they think that the community looks good until you actually get in the community, right? Because see, you'll see the heart of a community when you get out of your car, where your doors are locked and you scared, but you really think you from the neighborhood because you driving through the neighborhood. You really think you with it. You think you about it. Oh, I drove through the neighborhood. No, but you never got out. Have you ever stopped in the neighborhood and got out? Have you ever went through any of them neighborhoods and just got out? And our neighborhood, Valley View, is not like that type of a neighborhood compared to some that I can name off. But you're not cut like that when you just driving through in your nice car or your not so nice car. Get out your car. So when you actually get out of the vehicle and you actually walk a neighborhood, okay? When you walk a neighborhood, there are things that you see that are a little bit differently. You see what I'm saying? Because Marcus has walked this neighborhood at all hours of the day, and all hours of the night, and all hours of the morning. Now, the closest that I got to walking with him was maybe about 1 or 2 in the morning. And I was only walking down Elizabeth to Bennett with him. Okay? That's it. So, when you walk the neighborhood, you get exposed and you get to see a lot of stuff that you may not see at other times of the day. So when you come back and you are talking to people, you're not crazy, because they didn't walk the neighborhood like you walked the neighborhood. They weren't out here at the wee hours of the morning. They weren't up with the sun, okay? And they didn't go down with it. So when you comb the neighborhood, and not only are you looking, but you are taking pictures. You're doing like an electronic catalog of what you're seeing. Everything. See, there was some individuals in this neighborhood when he was trying to explain to people, not explain to people, but he was ministering, right? When he was ministering, or when he was trying to share the word of God, and it don't matter. It didn't even matter to people. It didn't matter, because you know what they was doing? They was rolling out the camera. They was pulling up them cell phones, because it was entertainment for them. It was pure entertainment. He was entertainment in whatever capacity that he was entertainment for. And the things that he was saying, when you looked at him physically, it's like it just wasn't adding up to the person that you see maybe walking down the street and maybe walking in the street with a pole that may look like a rod, a staff, and he may have been twirling it. He may have been singing some gospel hymns. He may have been doing whatever. And one of the most famous things that he does, he will be in the middle of the street sometimes directing traffic. Yes, directing traffic, right? So that's going to be another part. I just want to talk about this playground, right? So we're here, and being here on the playground, just kind of looking around, he started to clean up the playground. He's not, let me make this very clear, because I'm from here. Leroy, you from here too, right? I'm not sitting here doing this video saying he's the first one to clean this up, because many of us have cleaned it up. But I am saying he's the first one that took a liking to this neighborhood, to cleaning it up recently, and was very passionate about it and very concerned about it. Not only was he just concerned about the playground, he was concerned about the basketball court down there with the absence of the basketball goals. Okay, bet y'all didn't know that. I bet you if your neighborhood has a park and it has a basketball court, I bet you it got basketball goals. Okay, I bet you it has the basketball goals attached. But here in Valley View at 2200 Bennett, North Las Vegas 89030, we don't have any basketball goals that are up. They took the basketball goals down. Okay, somebody gonna come on here and tell me, well, Belinda, we social distancing, so we need to be 6 feet apart. I understand that too. So just make sure all the basketball goals at every single park in the state of Nevada, just make sure that there are no basketball goals up. That's all. Just make sure since these over here are gone, just make sure they're gone everywhere. And then I can understand things like that. Okay? So back to what I was saying. Marcus Jermaine Mason is always concerned about the safety primarily of children and women. And those of you that know him and those of you who don't know him, I'm going to help you out. That's all he's concerned about, is the safety of people. And one of his quotes, and one of the things that he says, and he says it to me, he says, Belinda, is it safe for children? Because let me help y'all understand. If something is safe for children, it's safe for anybody. It's safe for the disabled. It's safe for the elderly. It's safe for you. It's safe for me. If it is safe for children, boom. If it's safe for children, that's it. That's what he says. That's who he is. He needs it to be safe for children. So just imagine how he felt when he came over on this playground. When he came on this playground and he saw the playground, it literally hurt him. And Marcus is not a man that he has a problem with somebody seeing him emotional. He's not that man. No, he's not. He gets emotional. Yes, he has no problem. He has no shame in his game. So let me just give those who know him and those who don't know him on here. Marcus is a 47-year-old man, a native of Nevada, just like myself. He was a former principal at Booker Elementary, right here off of Martin Luther King. He spent 10 years there. He single-handedly turned that entire elementary school around with his staff. Okay? I don't care what you heard. That's why I said, y'all pray for my tongue. Pray for me. For my tongue. Don't pray for me. Pray for my tongue. He single-handedly turned that around. And if you are familiar with AVID, A-V-I-D, look that up. He is the face. He is one of the faces of AVID. Okay? All right? Yeah, that part. 10 years. 10 years. He's been in the Clark County School District since the age of 5. I've been in the Clark County School District since the age of 8, and I'm 48. So I've been in 40 years. He's been in the Clark County School District for 42 years. So not only was he the principal, he was a dean, a teacher, and a janitor. Y'all got that? Take all of that. He spent 30 years of his life in the Clark County School District. 30. 10 of those was over at Booker Elementary. So a third of his career he spent at Booker Elementary School. So he is very, 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 very close and personal with playgrounds and play systems for children, from the cleaning of them to the monitoring of them, and possibly to the replacement of them, because he was in an administrative position being the principal of an entire school. So when he came into Valley View to do what he did over here, and he's taking pictures, I'm just going to turn this around. Because first, when we were coming over here, they had chains. I'm going to turn this off of me. They had chains all throughout the playground, chains. And they weren't even properly attached or properly installed. Okay? They just had chains. Chains. You understand what I'm saying? Chains on the playground over here. But if you never park your car on, that's Gilday. Gilday runs west and east into Bennett. If you never park your car and pull over, you would never see the chains, because you can't see the chains from the street, because see, the street is at a decline right there. And then when you look over, you know, there's a little dip right there. So when you look at that dip, there's a dip. You would never see the chains on the playground over there, okay? So now, it went from having chains on it. So why would you chain it up? But there was all kind of debris, grass. Somebody had caught the thing on fire. There was smut, you name it, feces, clothes. We just kind of looked around and made sure there weren't any hypodermic needles and things like that out there, because it was some kids that were playing. And while we were out there, he was talking to the children. He was talking to the children like he does, because he's a people person, and he loves on people because he loves people, and he loves your children, and he loves people because that's what he does. So anyway, he was out there, and like, if y'all would have came out here and saw what this looked like. And this is fairly new, because this wasn't here in 81 when I grew up, okay? I got a picture of what it looked like in 81. I'll dig it out and show y'all later. But if y'all saw what it looked like, no child should have been over here, right? Okay? So no child should have been over here. So while the children were over here, you may not want to say anything to children, but you are responsible as an adult to make sure these babies are safe if you are present out here. It's not your responsibility. No, it is, because you're out here with them and you're an adult. So anyway, he recorded the playground, and as he was recording it, he's talking to the kids. And another thing that Marcus says is he works for smiles. That's all he wants, is a smile. If he can get a smile, his day is made. So anyway, the kids were playing. They were laughing at him other people laugh at him, you know, when he talks to them. And, you know, y'all done heard, y'all know I'm a former principal, and y'all done heard a lot of other stuff. Maybe some haven't, some have, but that's okay. I'm gonna talk about that in some other parts. So anyway, the kids are talking to him, and you know, he's like literally apologizing to them for what they have to read on the playground. So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward. So about a week ago, this place went from chains on the play set to a fence around it. So there's a fence around it, right? So, you know, me and Larry was talking to him. He was like, okay, well, heck, did it have a corona? Well, you know what? Are they going to replace it? So what was confirmed today is that the turf, they pulled up the fence. They installed the fence completely around the perimeter of this playground. And the guy told me, now, before I had turned my phone on, well, not this phone, but when I was talking to him, he told me that there was mold there. So then when I went over there and I shared some other stuff with him, then he wanted to stop talking to me, right? And then he went from telling me that there was mold there to, oh, he doesn't know, you know, it's just time. Did I see it? It's time to be replaced. I said, that's all good. You already gave me what I needed to give. You already gave me what I needed. So basically, his first answer to me when I asked him why were they replacing this, he said there was mold underneath there. I'm not surprised. I just pray that nobody got sick. And if somebody was out here playing and you have some unknown ailments or you have something going on, go get yourself checked if you were out here playing with your kids on this playground to make sure you don't have any mold in your system, okay? But he said there was mold underneath there. I heard what he said. Then he retracted what he said and said, oh, I don't know. We're just doing it. Whatever. Anyway, so I don't know that there's mold under there. Don't quote me. All I'm saying is if you were out here with your kids and your kids are sick and the doctor don't know why, just kind of mention the playground and have them check the kids for mold and have yourself check for mold. Now, so right now, as of right now, they're gone. Either they're on lunch break or they're gone for the day. But the playground has been, the turf, they picked it up. So I don't think that there was mold on there, because if there was some mold, then that stuff wouldn't be sitting there. They would have had to literally move all of that stuff out of there as they pulled it up. And then I'm sure they would have been a little bit clothed a little bit differently. So anyway, the playground is under construction. I want to just say thank you, Marcus Jermaine Mason, and anyone else that has done anything and said anything about this park and contributed to writing letters, sending emails. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I do want to do this, and I will mention her in this video. I want to say thank you to Gwen Walker for a lifetime of service and what she's done for this park, for this community, and for all of us. I do want to go on record and say that although this is a video about Marcus Jermaine Mason, I do want to go on record and say thank you, Gwendolyn Walker of Travis Street. Thank you. Okay, so I'm getting ready to go. I just wanted to give Marcus a high five, a salute for exposing, talking about, and being consistent. And a word, you guys can look it up. When you find a person that takes copious notes, COPIOUS, go look that word up. If you know anyone that takes copious notes, you better stay in touch and connected with them, because they are some amazing people, okay? Documentation means so much, and these cell phones that we have, if they record and you can take pictures, there's you've cut half of the work out by just recordings, because you can always come back. But I want to tell my friend, that's my friend, I want to tell him thank you. Thank you. And I cannot wait to share with him with what's going on out here in Valley View Park. Now, Lero already told me, Marcus, that the goals are not up, but I want to tell you thank you. So I'm getting ready to end my video. It will be left up public. So when you go talk to whoever you need to talk to, just send them right to my page, Belinda Denise.
I'm still here, Marcus.
You don't have to share. Lero said he's still here. You don't have to share nothing. You don't have to put your hands on it so they can say that, oh, you sent me the video. No, they can go look themselves. I will be reverting my video back to just my friends. But for the sake of Marcus Jermaine Mason, that this video is for, I'm leaving it public for a little while. I'm getting ready to go. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. And let me just end this. I don't care what people have done, other than even pedophiles need love, but y'all can love on them. These are the only people that I probably hate. I know, that's okay. I don't have to watch it. I know. So I'm going to say this. No matter who you have in your family or what you have in your family, y'all don't stop loving up. Stop loving on your people. We didn't choose each other. We didn't choose each other. Don't stop loving on them. I'm not telling you if somebody done did something to you or stole something from you or whatever. I'm not telling you to hang with them every day or whatever. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying don't give up on human beings. Do not give up. Do not give up on human beings. Okay? We don't know what people go through, no matter how they're dressed, no matter how they cover up things. Do not give up on people. All right, Marcus Jermaine Mason, I'm out of here, sir. Peace.